66% of Democrats, I don't even have to talk about independents, and we know Republicans stand on this. 66% of Democrats say leave kids alone. So you got to think about a lot of these classic liberals who are, yes, they want the kids to have the freedom of choice and all this stuff, but not to go do such drastic changes, especially without the parent consent. And then to also provide a safe haven to where they can run away from certain states like Oklahoma that don't do this. Very, very unpopular. And again, that is why we're seeing this shift of classic liberals, center left Democrats shift over, maybe not to just not to the Republican Party, but definitely to be in the middle, independent, and us appealing way more to them from economic policies, immigration policies, foreign policies, right? Various things there. And I know that it's not popular among Republicans, but I didn't know how unpopular it is among independents and Democrats.
It's the age-old Hegelian dialectical materialism where you introduce two opposites and then you keep doing it until society transforms into something else, right? So you have this topic where you have something that is anti whatever is the current thing. And people are going to be accommodating in a sense because they want to be nice and they don't want to oppress you or they want to infringe on whatever it is that you believe, which, in America, typically you let anyone believe what you believe or what they want to believe. So you introduce this thing that is so drastically opposite than anything else. You infiltrate universities, organizations, and over time you normalize it. You get some of those people in power into the power and board seats. And then you change the organization from the inside out to then be accommodating of that once crazy ideology or that crazy rhetoric, and then that becomes a new norm. So this is what they're doing with the trans issue. Yes, it's very unpopular. Why do they keep pushing it and pushing it if 66% of Democrats, and I'm sure a far higher number of Republicans, are against it? What is the purpose for trying to push something that society does not want? There's a larger issue at play, a very spiritual issue, a very communist issue, and a very Gnostic issue, if anyone wants to look into that. But that's exactly what they're doing. They're pushing it until they normalize it. And then now you have the new normal, a new reality. And then once that happens, then you introduce something else, right? Yeah. And it just keeps going and going and going. This is the far left tactics of how you change society.
Yeah, exactly. And we can extend that to abortions as well, because we saw yesterday Tim Walz refused to answer the question of whether he supports an abortion at the 9th month, right? Because we know he does, because Minnesota law actually allows that to happen. There is no restrictions on abortions at the 9 months.